Hi guys, this is Kiana Simone. I look freaking, my face, does it look red? Because to me it does. Anyways, I just got from the gym and I ran 3 miles and it was great. But that is not what I'm here to talk about. Today I'm here to talk about my high school that I went to. This is not the high school, but this is the college that I went to while I was in high school. So that's a whole another story. So this is just the first part, is an overview of my high school, just in general. So my high school was San Hope Early College High School. It'll be down here below, and I'll send a link of my high school's website if y'all want to see that. It is in North Carolina, Rayford more specifically, which is where I grew up and went to elementary school, middle school, and high school, and college. So my high school is basically an early college. Typically, you're supposed to stay there about 5 years, but you can graduate a year early, so it'll be 4, which is the regular high school experience. So the reason why it's 5 years is so that you can get your associate's degree in science or arts, and other ones if you decide to, but it's mainly arts and science, and they have the extra year so that you have your college classes. That's typically when you take most of your college classes. But I ended up only doing it in 4 years. So I went there in 2015 and I graduated in 2019, and I was 18 at the time. I literally just turned 18 when I graduated, because I graduated May 10th and 11th. So basically, in general, the college high school experience is all wrapped into one. For the most part, you first have your high school experience your first 2 years. The only thing is that my school didn't have any sports that you could do. You would have to go to the neighboring high school, which would be Hiii High School. Yeah, whatever. But that's not why we're talking. But you can go to their school to do bands, or you could do any sports. You just have to make sure that you're in a good standing with your high school that you're going to. And they made it to where we were able to attend their events too, prom, stuff like that. Because my school didn't have a prom. We could have had a prom if we would have planned it, but we were lazy, so we didn't have one. But just in general, the high school is basically the first year. You're just doing high school classes. Then you go into your second year, and then you'll have maybe 1 or 2 college classes your first and your second semester. So you'll be taking 4 classes in your sophomore years in your second year, or your sophomore year, as other high schools call it. Our schools, we didn't have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, because it was just that's not how it went. I mean, we did have it to where the people graduating were seniors, but it was more, my bad. It was more oh, this is your first year here, so you're a first year, and you have your second year, and you have your third and your fourth year. Because some people, they didn't finish their degree, or their diploma in their 4 years, so it'd be their 5th year, so they'd be a super senior, and so on and so on. There was there's always a few people that don't really comply with how things are supposed to go. So there was, of course, a few people that were there for more than 5 years. I feel the principal, Miss Pagram, was very equipped with making sure that these students were getting what they wanted and needed, despite everything that was going on in their lives. And of course, Miss Pagram was the best principal ever. There was so many times where I missed the bus and she came and got me and took me to school so that I wouldn't miss any classes. And she did that for other students. That's just how our principal was. I don't really talk to her as much. When I did, it's just been crazy. The past few years have been crazy. It'll be almost 2 years since I graduated, but the school in general is just such a great school. They help you understand everything. I remember my first year, instead of going straight into English 1, I went to this advanced inquiry class, and it helped me learn a lot of stuff about sentence structure and all that stuff, and commas and punctuation, because I do not remember any of that stuff in elementary school. And I'm so glad that they made us take that class. For the most part, from what I was understanding, was that when you graduated middle school, you took a test, and if you didn't get in a certain level of where you're supposed to be, then you'll be put in that class. Past 2 years, I'm pretty sure they just put everyone in that class because it's just a very helpful class, and you can still graduate in 4 years if like you really try. I went, so basically, I guess I'm gonna just do a whole rundown of how like my high school experience went. So my first year, I just did high school classes and some of the classes that they give you. So some of the classes that they give you, it's more of a like elective type class. So like advanced inquiry was an elective class, so it didn't like really interfere with like the credits that I needed to graduate. So stuff like that. My second year, I had like 4 college classes, I think, either 3 or 4. I was basically taking a class, like a college class, and so the way that they structure is that for the most part they try to give each student a free period, like at least like every other day. So I would have like a college class Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I would have Monday, Wednesday, Friday off, or things like that. Like not off, but like I would have a period to where I could work and do other things to like make sure that I was like keeping on the straight path. Then junior year, I remember I got sent, so they gave me the option to go to the Hill early, and the Hill is basically just Sand Hills. It's just the college, but we call it the Hill. And the Hill, you took your college classes there. It was more like classes that could help you with the specific degree plan that you wanted. And I feel like it's very important to know what degree plan that you want to go with, because when I first went in, I was like, I'm going to take arts. And then I realized when I went to the Hill, I was like, I have the opportunity to take science, so I'm going to go take science. So I ended up having a lot of work my senior year. So that was, improper planning on my part, because I was like all over the place with that. I was like, everybody's saying that this is hard. And I was like, it's going to be hard. They're saying it's hard. And I realized, like, my friends were doing good, and I was like, I can do it. Like, if we're working together, we got this. But what happened was, when I went, I was supposed to go back down, like, halfway through the day. I was supposed to go down and take an English class, English 4, actually. I was supposed to go back down, and Miss Pagan was like, if you don't want to go back down, you don't have to, but if you want to get your credit for English 4, you have to take British Lit as a college class, so I could get my college credits and my high school credit. So I was able to do that. She did that a lot. She makes sure that some of your, like, if you don't take it as a high school class, you're probably taking it as a college class so that you can get college credits and you can get high school credits, which is what I did a lot. I think I took like my English 3 and my Math 3 and my Math 4 as a college class so that I could get double credits. And it helped me in the long run because I ended up being in science, and I actually ended up taking hella math class so that I can get my science degree, because I freaking hate science. No offense to those who like it. So yeah, my junior year, and I also took I got so lucky because when I was there, I had the opportunity to take my PE class as a college class, and it was like senior year, she stopped letting people do that. Well, the college or whoever is in charge of that stopped letting people do that because people were failing those classes, which is, I don't get why they fail those, because it's just so hard to fail. Like, it does not make sense. Those classes are so easy, like especially the PE class. You literally show up, like you show up, you participate, and you don't even have to show up every single day. It was only like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you pick the class that you want to take, and I was taking volleyball, and it was fun. So it was just like, I don't see how people failing. And then I had to take the health portion during the summer, which was really easy because it was just like, I did it online, so I got it done really quick. Because I think I did everything like the first month, because usually summer classes are only 2 months, so I got everything done the first month. And then I was just chilling and just waiting on my grade. So that's just how that went my junior years and my junior summer, the summer after my junior year. Then I went into senior year. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do science, and I took science classes. Man, bio 111 and 112 is hard. Whenever I go back to college, I'm definitely gonna redo those classes, or I might just change it to chemistry or something, or anatomy. I know anatomy's gonna be hard, but that's a degree it goes with the degree that I want, so I'm gonna have to. So it was like, oh, that was so rough. But yeah, I ended up taking biology, and then I took a math my senior first and my second semester. But I actually took 3 maths altogether that whole senior year, because I took 2 math classes my last year, or like my last semester, and that was like, it was really easy because it was like a really easy math, and I think I was taking like calculus or something. I was taking calculus and then like a statistics math, so it was really easy. And one was on mine, which I guess I made it easier, like 0.5 GPA, which, I mean, it's not bad, but like, I don't know. I feel like I could have did better, but like either a 3.5 or 3.8, it was something like that. But my first years were like, for me, I feel like it was an adjustment, because when you like going from a middle school to high school, just in general, it's just like different. And like, it was a lot of work being placed on me. Like, I didn't really find like a schedule that I could maintain, that I was able to work with until like junior, senior year. And then I was getting the hang of things, and I was just having like more time to do things that I wanted to do and needed to do. I was also working in a fast food like restaurant during junior year. So I feel like that helped a little bit too, but it didn't really start until like halfway through, so that was different. But just in general, taking college classes was great, because my senior year, when I started going to the Hill, or Sand Hills as they call it, I was able to make a schedule that I could like maintain, and like, it was just, everything was on my time in a sense, versus high school. It was like, you gotta go to this class at this time, this class at this time, da, da, da. I was making a schedule versus what I felt like I could handle, and it was just great. Like, I'm glad I went to the school. At first, I was like, no, I'm over it. Mom, let's move. But then I realized it was just great. Like, I love it. But yeah, that was my high school experience. I guess if there's any more questions, I do feel like if you do want to like move forward in life, like not forward in life, but just like making sure that you put this right step forward, then like I would go to the school, especially if you're trying to major in like biology, or if you're trying to become a doctor, because it is an extreme like jump ahead for those type of careers, especially because you're going to be graduating with an associate's degree, and then you only have like 2 more degrees, not 2 more degrees, but 2 more years after you leave your high school to like get your, like, I think it's your bachelor's. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna put it right here. But like, it gives you the right jump, because then you're 2 years ahead of like everybody, and like you're just getting right into like the college experience, like not the college experience, but like into college, because like associate's degree is like just a baby. But I'm also an advocate of going to a community college before you go to a huge university, because first of all, it gives you like it gives you the footing to actually figure out where you want to go in like college, versus just going into a major university and wasting hella money for a 2-year degree that you can get at a community college, while you're saving money and you're also like deciding what you want to do. And a lot of people, they sucked in high school, but when they got to college, they excelled like crazy. And they went to, like, I met a bunch of people like that I still talk to today, where it's just like they went to community college right after high school, and they were like, it was better than just going to university, because they did not have the money to go to university at all. And this helped them get their GPA up, so that when they were ready to go to university, that they had the correct GPA for their career that they wanted. It's just things that like that you need to think about. I do not advocate for everyone to go to college, because some people do not need to go to college to succeed, but some people, it's just the right thing that they need to do to figure out who they are, and that's just how it is. Like, not everybody can take the same path and make it in life. It's just something that you just need to figure out yourself. And that is, I feel like this is a segue to next month. But yeah, it's just different things you need to like figure out for yourself. Definitely, if you have any questions about going to college or community college, hit me up. I know, like, I'm probably like not the first person we like to talk to about it because I'm in the military right now, so I'm in college. But this was the path that I need to take to make sure that I could afford to go to college. And sometimes you just take a little detour to get what you want. But yeah, just let me know what's up with you. You know, like, comment, subscribe, ding ding ding. You know what the deal is. If you have any questions, you know, comment them. I'll try to get to them if anyone does comment. But like, if you do comment, I love y'all. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was very informative, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.